When it comes to the living loud lifestyle, I don't think there's a brand that encapsulates that more than Kicker. And today we're talking power sports audio, and Kicker's got some pretty cool gear that you want to pay attention to. This is CMA Networks presented by SiriusXM, all about Kicker in the power sports audio arena. And it starts now. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of CMA Networks presented by SiriusXM. We are talking power sports audio, and today we've got the folks at Kicker coming in. In fact, I've got a product expert with me today. His name is AARON SURRAT. He's going to talk to us all about power sports audio. AARON, Kicker, power sports audio, what's the skinny? What are we going to get into today?
Hi, Ben. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate being here to share our power sports products with you. Today, we're going to be talking about some power bars, some subwoofers, some various high full range solutions. So be sure and stay tuned and check it out.
Thanks, AARON, for being here. It looks like we've got a jam-packed show ahead. But first, we want to talk about SiriusXM, a great partner of ours and a great opportunity for you guys to up your sales with every transaction, especially with that SXV 300 unit. Here's a word from our sponsor. When we get back, we're going to get right into some Kicker power sports audio.
Hey guys, Ricky Lima here from SiriusXM. I had a chance to speak to some dealers and ask them what they love about selling SiriusXM. Here's what they had to say.
Coast-to-coast coverage.
I love SiriusXM for commercial-free music.
It's a great add-on sale and a profit opportunity.
We love selling SiriusXM because you can listen to the same channel coast to coast.
Profitability and ease of installation. It's a no-brainer.
We love selling SiriusXM for its ease of installation, great profitability, and reliability.
People love it.
All right, guys, thanks for coming back. Now, we're going to get right into it. We've got AARON standing by. AARON, the first question I want to ask you is, from a dealer perspective, how involved or how committed is Kicker when it comes to that power sports audio segment, and why should they consider you as a serious partner within that space?
Well, we're very committed. We've put a lot of time and effort into providing products for this segment that not only sound good and play loud, but are extremely reliable in this rugged environment. We have IP6, 66, and 67 ratings to make them weatherproof and waterproof, depending on the model. We understand that this is a large segment that is steadily growing, and we're constantly thinking of new and better solutions to bring to market. We're audio guys, and we love it as well, and we want to do our best to bring you guys solutions. We also do our best to provide good margins for our dealers while not being ridiculously expensive for our end consumers. So we try to bring a good value to the marketplace, and of course, for you dealers, we want you guys to be able to make some money.
I think a blend of your experience in this realm on top of that value proposition that Kicker brings to the table is certainly something to take note of. But without further ado, let's dive into some gear, because I think that's why the dealers are tuning in. And I think, AARON, I want to start with a very important category. That's going to be amplifiers. I understand there's a series of amplifiers called PXA. Can you tell us why these are just the perfect amps for this type of rugged environment?
These are strong, reliable amplifiers. They're highly efficient, and they're fully submersible up to 1 meter for 24 hours. So that gives them an IP67 rating. So they're perfect for this environment. The lineup consists of a 300-watt mono amplifier and a 600-watt mono amplifier that both produce full power at 1 ohm. They can also be ran at 2 ohm, and they don't drop in power very much at all, very close to full power even at 2 ohm. We also have a 100-watt by 4 channel in the 404, and also a 1000.5. The 400.4 can be bridged to run 2 channels to do 200 by 2. And the 1000.5 is basically a 600-watt mono amplifier, the PXA 600-watt, and the 404 underneath a single chassis. All amps are IP66 and 67 certified. So the 66 gives you water jet and dirt protection, and then the 67 is what makes them submersible. These amps are not only perfect for UTVs, but they're going to work in any situation where you're limited on space. They utilize high-efficiency Class D technology for big power and a small footprint, very low current draw, so they're going to work great with UTV charging systems and not kill your batteries. Dual turn-on modes with DC offset and a 12-volt trigger, so that just gives the installer a little bit of versatility. And it includes inline couplers that require no cutting or crimping for extending the power and ground cable. So as you guys can see, we have these pigtails here. This is what makes them fully submersible. And you've got a power and ground pigtail, but you need to extend those to go to your battery. So we give you couplers that are fully waterproof, no cutting, no crimping, no soldering, nice Allen head set screws. You tighten these bad boys down and you're good to go. And of course, we provide stainless steel mounting hardware.
Now, obviously, Aaron, when we're talking about power sports, it's kind of important that we talk about a big category, which is soundbars. Now, within that soundbar space, Kicker has something called their power bars. Can you talk to us a little bit about their rugged construction and why you feel that they are a superior choice within this space?
So we have the KPB1 and the KPB2 for our power bar solutions. It's a 6-speaker and a 10-speaker power bar. They're built with a tough powder-coated aluminum extrusion with solid sealed end caps to keep the water out, a very rigid grill to protect the speakers, which are also waterproof. And the versatility comes in the mounting options that accommodate round or square tubing for either UTVs or golf carts. And on the audio side of things, we've put a lot of emphasis on making this product sound great while playing loud. We provide 4 preset EQ curves. We've got our kicker curve, which is our signature kicker sound. We also give you a loud curve, so that's to be utilized mostly when you're at cruising speeds and high RPM. It kind of cuts the bass a little bit, gives you a lot more output without any breakup, so that you can hear when you're at high RPM with your helmet on. We've also got a sound quality curve, and this actually boosts the bass, but cuts the overall volume so that you don't have breakup. It still gets decently loud, but that's a great feature to use when you're sitting around the campfire at the end of your day and you just want some good tunes and it doesn't have to be super loud. And then we've also got the voice curve, and that's just going to emphasize the vocals and make the vocals really loud and penetrate, because that's what a lot of customers really like. We have the ability to connect up to 99 power bars with our broadcast mode. So when you're in party mode and you've got multiple UTVs around each other, if they're equipped with Kicker power bars, you can link them all together so that they all play the same audio. They can be controlled by the phone or the included wireless remote control. And of course, we have a 3.5 millimeter audio output, so you can add more audio to your soundbar in the event that you may want to add an extra amplifier and a subwoofer to that full range audio.
Now, Aaron, obviously, starting off with a power bar as kind of like a base builder for any system in a power sports environment is great. But for those that really want a complete system, there are some really great source unit options with Kicker, aren't there?
Yes, there are. We offer 4 source units, the KMC2, KMC3, KMC4, and KMC5, that all vary in features and power as you step into the line. IP66 and 67 certified, depending on the model. All models are remote control compatible, utilizing the Kicker KRC12 for the KMC2 through 4, and the KRC55 for the KMC5. Both remotes are marinized and rugged with IP66 certification on the KRC12 and IP67 certification on the KRC55. The KMC4 radio and 5 radio have subwoofer RCA outputs to go along with the front and rear RCA outputs that the other models have. So all models have front and rear, but when you step into the 4 and 5, you get a subwoofer output, and you also get dual zone volume control when you step into the 4 and 5. The KMC5 then, since it's our high-end model, gives you 6 channels of speaker outputs, where all the other models only give you 4, producing up to 40 watts per channel at a 2-ohm stereo load. They're NEMA port equipped for communication with sonar, and all models mount in a standard gauge 3-inch cutout, so super easy to install.
Aaron, let's move on to some subwoofer options. What does Kicker have in store for this lower end frequency response? And what are some of the characteristics that make these great solutions?
So our recommended Powersports woofer is our Comp RT shallow mount. We have 4 models available in a 6.75 through 12 inch. So that's going to be a 6 3/4, an 8 inch, a 10 inch, and a 12 inch. And since they utilize polypropylene cones and Santoprene surrounds, they're inherently waterproof when you mount them in an enclosure. They provide big sound in an extremely shallow package, and they work awesome in a small enclosure. So they're ideal for the space constraints of a UTV. And like the rest of our woofers, they incorporate forced air cooling for maximum voice coil reliability. We also have 8-inch and 10-inch enclosed subwoofers for this environment with the TB8 and the TB10. And as you can see these right here, these come with a horizontal mount or vertical mount for different options. These utilize Comp R subwoofers, which also have Santoprene surrounds and polypropylene cones, and they provide great output and low bass response from an extremely small package. So these things play loud and they play low, much lower than you would think from an enclosure this small, and that's due to the reflex subwoofer or passive radiator. And of course, they're weatherproof and come with stainless steel mounting hardware.
All right, Aaron, moving on to the full range speakers. Now, obviously, there's different configurations, different offerings from a coaxial standpoint, but I heard there may be something new and exciting that we can talk about today. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because we do have something new, and it's not quite released yet, but it'll be available very soon, and I'm really excited to talk about it. This is our BT CAN 65, and what this is a pair of powered Bluetooth speakers, 75 watts per channel. The idea to release this product actually came from visiting with consumers at UTV shows. Many people stated that they wanted a simple Bluetooth pair of speakers in cans that can be controlled by their phone. After realizing that this request was a trend, we finally decided to deliver. We had several people at several different shows come up to us and express this idea to us. So the cans can be controlled by phone or a wired remote that mounts in the knockout panel. So you've got that wired remote right here, goes right in the knockout panel of your UTV. They are equipped with a 3.5 millimeter line out to add more audio. They're weatherproof with IP66 certification, and they should be available for dealers to order sometime in July. So that is the new thing that we have to talk about. Really excited about it. A super simple, easy solution to put in your UTV. But we also have our line that's been around for a little while, and also some fairly new stuff to go along with that. So let's talk about that. So we have our PS speakers. These are available in 6 models, a 4-inch, 5.25, 6.5, 5x7, and 6x9. These are a high-efficiency acoustic design for clarity at cruising speeds, thanks to the ultra-lightweight cones and the treated cloth surrounds. They have neodymium magnets for extra lightweight because a lot of times these don't only go in UTVs, but they go in fairings of motorcycles, and you don't want to add a lot of weight there. They have ceiling spiders since the tweeter is mounted to a coax post, to eliminate any water entry into the motor assembly.
I got to give it to Kicker. That is a really neat solution when it comes to a quick bolt-on option, but provides that weatherproof ruggedness. And I'm sure, I haven't heard them yet, but I know they're going to be amazing output. So congratulations on that new product launch. Now, when it comes to those that demand, well, let's just say some power sport riders really like it loud. What solutions do you have for these customers that want that maximum output?
For those customers, we have the new KMXL horn-loaded compression driver, coax. So that delivers in this category for the guys that want it really loud. Efficiency is extremely high with great smooth sound though. Unlike a lot of the competitors, there's a lot of loud stuff out there on the market, but it doesn't sound all that great. So we put a lot of emphasis on giving you a great smooth sound with this product. They're available in a 6.5-inch, an 8-inch, and also a 6x9-inch with weatherproofing and UV treatments to withstand the elements. They mount perfectly in our KM series empty enclosures, so they can be used on cages, roll cages, wake towers, and things of that nature. And they come with charcoal and white grills, so the customer has a choice for cosmetics. And they incorporate RGB LED lighting that can be enhanced to 20 colors and 19 different lighting pulses by using our KMLC LED remote. If you don't use the KMLC LED remote, you can still get multiple different colors by following the chart in the owner's manual and figuring out which wires to twist together to give you the desired color.
Well, I think we've done the tour. You've presented a beautiful collection of different components that make up Powersports audio. And in summary, Aaron, I'm going to ask you to say in your own words, for dealers tuning in who may already be Kicker dealers, or maybe they're interested in becoming Kicker dealers, what do you have to say to them when it comes to your commitment and your brand offering within the Powersports audio space?
Well, we just want to get the point across that we're very passionate about audio. We listen to our dealers and our consumers so we can deliver products that are desirable and easy to install. We continue to research and we provide solutions. I can attest to this as someone who actually does a lot of prototyping here at the company and builds a lot of our preliminary proof of concepts. So, we do a lot of research when it comes to this category. So be sure and stay tuned for more to come from Powersports and the Kicker product. And don't forget to check out our marine lineup, because marine products are, waterproof, IP66 rated, and all of that good stuff. So when it comes to power sports and marine, they really cross over. So there's even more solutions for you guys to check out in our specific marine audio category. And again, those will work great for power sports.
Thanks so much for all this great information today, Aaron. Hey, if you're tuning in and you happen to be a retailer in Canada, well, you'll need to know that their exclusive Canadian distributor is, in fact, Gemsen. Gemsen is the exclusive distributor for all things kicker in Canada. And on that note, we have in the studio with us the man over at Gemsen, Mr. Dave Singh. I got a couple of questions for you, Dave. When it comes to power sports audio, what is the feedback that you've had from Canadian dealers in regards to installing some of this gear? I'd like to hear what you've heard from them.
Speaking with Canadian dealers, one of the things that's the most important to them, aside from performance, is reliability. When you're dealing with marine audio and power sports audio, sometimes these vehicles are not easily accessible, particularly with some of the marine products where you have to go out to a boat in a marina or have that transferred over to your shop. If you're trailing an ATV, all of these things require a lot of additional effort. So ensuring that the product is going to last for a long period of time and not come back or require you to make multiple trips to service it is extremely important, and important to the bottom line for all of our Canadian retailers. So reliability has been one of the biggest things that we hear about Kicker. Obviously performance, it's Kicker product, it's top notch. Kicker doesn't, screw around when it comes to developing their product. They are dumping all kinds of time and engineering and research to ensure that you're going to get the most reliable, the highest level of performance and years of longevity with your Kicker audio products.
Now, Dave, Kicker's been such a great partner for Gemsen over the years. So how do you explain the success that both Gemsen and Kicker have found in Canada all these years? And with every year, new product being introduced, covering new categories, well, how do you explain the success?
Our success over the years comes down to a couple of things, Ben. First, it's the passion that Kicker is putting into their products. Steve Irby founded the company by creating the first stereo speaker enclosure for cars. That didn't exist, 5 decades ago. And it's that passion for music that trickles down throughout the company. All the people that work there and all the engineers that are developing product, they want to make sure that the end product is going to bring fun, satisfaction, and enjoyment to everybody that's using it. The other part of our success, with Kicker and with our dealers, is the product is reliable. It's rock solid. These guys know the industry. They're industry giants, and they've definitely done their research. They're not taking regular car product and just putting it into the power sports and mobile industry, or sorry, power sports and marine side of things by painting it white. This product is purpose built. I love the story that Aaron mentioned about getting feedback from the show that they went to on the new Bluetooth powered speakers. I mean, that's an important part of a successful business relationship as well. When dealers can go to a manufacturer or go to a supplier and say, this is what we're looking for, and they have an open ear, and they're going to take those ideas and come to market with solutions that the market needs. So all of this helps to ensure that Kicker products is successful with our dealers, and they're the products that are needed and wanted by the end user.
That was Dave Singh, National Sales Manager for Gemsen, talking a little bit about the great success they've had with Kicker brand in Canada, along with their dealers. I mean, to wrap it all up, I think they present a really nice selection, whether it's the power bars or the enclosure options and even the horn-loaded speakers and source units, mind you. It is a complete solution to all your power sports audio needs, and for that matter, maybe some marine needs as well. I want to give a big shout out to AARON SURRAT for coming in to join us today, and of course to Dave Singh from Gemsen. Again, reminding you one more time, if you happen to be a dealer in Canada, make sure you reach out to the good folks at Gemsen, for they are your Kicker distributor here in Canada. That's a wrap on this CMA Networks production presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM with over 150 channels in your vehicle. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video on Demand. What you love is on now.